Alright guys, hopefully we're back live here. Sorry about that. If you guys can see the stream, please let me know immediately in the chat. I was trying to get rid of that box on the lower right corner. It's kind of annoying there on the stream. I'll let some people here get here. I'm gonna figure out for future streams how to get rid of. Looks like the chat is appearing in the actual stream, and there's a black gray box in the lower right corner. So I apologize for that. I think it's a Streamlabs thing they have. So we'll let viewers get in here. So if you're just joining me live here, this is some breaking news. We're live on the scene right now of a train derailment here at the Old Port of Montreal. This is a CN locomotive. Looks like a GP locomotive in the back. We got a locomotive 9543 here. And you can clearly see it looks like it was heading in the east direction based on the pattern of the rock movement there. Looks like the train was heading east. Just to orientate my viewers, we're facing right now towards the south, and this way here is facing west, and facing this way here is east. So you can clearly see exactly where the derailment happened, right there, and completely off the tracks. It looks like there's some fluid leaking as well. We have, looks like fire officials here, engineers, maybe Transport Canada's on the scene as well. And I plan to stay here for a while because I want to see how they lift this train off the tracks once the situation gets stabilized. Turn my notifications off here on my phone. I don't think there was any injuries, and I don't think the train was going that fast. So originally I was on my way to take a ferry ride between the Old Port and Ile Saint Helene, Parc Jean Drapeau, and I seen the barriers down and the train was stopped. So I figured it was just waiting for another train to pass. But then I looked down and the train seemed to be at an odd angle, and I looked and I'm like, oh wow, it's a derailment. So immediately started my live stream here, my live broadcast. Did a quick video to post at a later date. So I'll stream for maybe, I don't know how long, maybe half an hour or 45 minutes, because I do want to save some battery and whatnot for when they do remove this off the tracks eventually. So for all my viewers just joining me here, good day. So we have here, we have Vince, Nicholas, Anthony, cool trains in Montreal. So this, he's saying, thanks Grant, GP38-2, 2 engines. There's Ben Lohman. Good evening to you, Ben. Yeah, it could have been a transfer between here and further down the line. So obviously a lot of trains come here at the Old Port. Hey Richard, good evening to you. Yeah, Richard, I don't know why it has that rectangular box on the bottom. I'm trying to figure that out too. I updated my Streamlabs app and it's there for some reason. I'll try to make the main scenery away from that. Hey Nick, good evening to you, Nonstop Nick. Yeah, and the other issue I have now is the chat is on the actual live stream screen itself. Hey Richard. Jack's here, St. Anne de Bellevue. Yeah, crossing gate is still down. You can hear the bells in the distance. I really wish I could take that black box away from the bottom of the screen and the chat that keeps popping up, but I'll figure that out down the road. So anyways, you could see here there's still that fluid leaking. I don't know how long this train was off the tracks for. I got here about 25 minutes ago. Like I said, I was about to get the ferry to go to do a live stream of the ferry ride, and that's when I noticed this. So take a walk down here and see. Yeah, this was a matter of good timing, BG. Because I was coming here to do a ferry ride. I reserved for 6 p.m. It was free because between here and Parc Jean Drapeau, it's free if you have a Zone A Opus card, which I have. And I couldn't get by it. There was a train, and it wouldn't move, and it wouldn't move. And I got a little suspicious, and I looked down the line, and I saw this. Even here, this one derailed as well. 4140 derailed. You can see the track bent out of shape. Wow. So it doesn't look like major damage except for the tracks and the locomotives. No injuries, but quite the scene. Something you don't see every day. Yeah, good and bad luck, exactly, BG. Let's take a look down here. We'll see where exactly it came off the tracks. Here's the track switch mechanism here, guys. I don't know, it looks like it was on the other track. Yeah, it was on the track over there. There's the track switch. Let's take a look and see if we can see anything noticeable. And you can see exactly where the train is resting on the tracks normally. It's hard to tell here. Looks like there's a track switch there too, huh? Looks like it came off right around here. Right there. I'll show you guys the rail crossing here, and then I'll head back. I want to try to get on the other side, but that's virtually impossible because there's really no way to the other side. You're pretty much trapped. If you're in the Old Port, you're trapped there because I don't think there's actually a way out, because this stretch of railway tracks encircles the entire Port of Montreal. There's Old Port security vehicle. So let's check it out here. So it looks like it's on the tracks here. It's on the tracks here. And it looks like there's a track switch over there. See right there, guys, where the track splits. So maybe that's where it derailed, just after that. I would like to get on the other side somehow. So Ben's saying, yeah, the locomotives look fine. Maybe a bit of material damage, basic damage. And he's saying that maybe the switch might have not been properly lined. Yeah, I actually have a battery pack, Richard, so that's good. And I have free data for the next 45 minutes or so. Thanks for that. Have a good night, Nicholas. Yeah, I definitely want to see them lift this train up. I want to see what they do, how they do it. So this is on the main street. This is... I should know this one. De la Commune. There's the Bon Secours Chapel. And the Marché Bon Secours. So the trains don't usually travel fast in this area. But yeah, that would have been something to see it actually happen. Imagine you're here rail fanning a video, making a rail fanning video, and you see that happen. Yeah, Jack, maybe it'll back it up a bit, and who knows. So I'm not really sure how to cross to the other side, and I don't know how people are going to cross back over out of this side to get on this side. Yeah, so I'll stream for another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll take a video of eventually when they lift this thing off. I don't know how or when they'll do it. Who knows, it might be a day from now, or I mean, this is an important place for cargo and freight, so I don't think it would stay here too long. Hey Jack, this one's for you, look. Jack here. Yeah, Richard, I think this, yeah, it's not connected to the one at the Lachine Canal near Atwater Market. This is a different spur, rail spur. But it goes to the main line, which also passes near Atwater. But this isn't actually on the main line, this is just at the Old Port, so I don't think it's going to affect, you know, freight train service in Montreal and everything, but probably coming in and out of the Old Port. But I do know these trains are pretty long. And it's usually shipping containers. You see, this is all shipping containers. I don't see ever oil tankers or anything on these. It's all containers from the cargo ships. Let's go back over here, guys, because that's probably where the best view is of everything. You can see here that there was old railway track here as well. That's no longer in service. See here, it's still on the tracks, looks like. Go back over here again. Looks like they put some absorbent towels or something on. I guess that's the fuel tanks. So Ben's saying that this is CN 596. A turn job from the Tasho yard to the wharf yard. Thanks for that information, Ben. Appreciate that. There's Autistic Tech. Welcome. Good evening to you. There's some absorbent towels they put there or something. Some rags maybe. Oh, we got a spider web here affecting the focus. Yeah, I see they put some towels or something there, absorbent towels. So probably the fuel tank came loose or got a little bit of a hole in it. But I guess the more impressive thing to look at here is the front of the locomotive here, where the rocks are. So the weather, I don't think played any factor. It's normal day today, a mix of sun and cloud, normal temperature, no storms or anything. I'll zoom in here so you guys can see a bit better. Those trains right into the rocks, they dug right in. See, I'd love to get on that other side. Maybe they let people go over the train every few minutes or so. I'll check it out later down the line. Now we'll get another view from the front here. I'll stream for another 5-10 minutes, because this is pretty much it. I mean, it's not like a fire or something where it's constantly changing. It's pretty much staying as is. And that's how I guess they get into the locomotive, that door right there on the front. Looks like some broken pieces of metal there too, you see that? Railway ties or something. This is definitely a first. Yeah, feel better, Tech. Hey, Zainab. Good evening to you. Yeah, so probably, I guess they'll do that, right? They'll take away all the rail cars that are still on the track, and then they'll deal with the locomotive here. So remember that 9543 and 4140. I don't think there's a pedestrian crossing further east. Basically, it's a hill. It goes up the hill. And the only way, if it counts, is you could take the Jacques Cartier Bridge. But no, the Jacques Cartier Bridge doesn't have an exit at the Old Port. So I guess, yeah, if you're in the Old Port, you can't get out right now, and if you're outside, you can't get in. But maybe it depends how long the train is. Maybe further west, you know, where the Old Port begins, there's that bridge. Maybe that is possible. I don't know. So there's no train here or anything. Looks like they're gonna go pick up those rail cars down there. Maybe that's where they were going. Yeah, I don't know how long this train is. I'm gonna go check it out once I finish the stream here. But usually these are pretty long trains, so it probably takes up the length of the whole Old Port. It might even be on the bridge, past that bridge, all the way to where that old grain building is, that grain silo building is, the abandoned one. Yeah, Jack, that's pretty heavy, ain't it? Yeah, these trains are pretty heavy, so definitely we'll keep an eye on this. So I'm gonna film for another minute or two. I'll give you guys another view here, and then I'm gonna see what's happening on the other end of the Old Port. Get a Bixie bike and go there. Recharge my phone, get a drink, some liquids for myself, and some juice or something, and then bit longer, and hopefully, yeah, I want to see this thing taken off the tracks. I want to see how they do it. Yeah, Richard, if you come over here, you might see me. So I have a gray t-shirt on and I guess grayish pants. Just got back from work. Again, I was gonna take a ferry, but I guess destiny had other things in mind for me. I assume that's the fuel tank right there. If you look, you can see. If you look, you can see liquid flowing a little bit. It's hard to see, but alright guys, so I'm going to cut the stream now because I want to save my battery. But if you're in the area and you're out near the old port, come down and check it out. Again, CN train derailed here, locomotive 9543 and 4140. So I'm gonna charge my phone with my power bank, take a drink, get some liquid, maybe a bite to eat, and I'll go further down west and see what's happening down the line and see how long this train is, and hopefully we'll see this removed from the tracks. I predict it will be either tonight or tomorrow, depending. So thanks for watching the live stream, guys. I appreciate it. I will get more video throughout the night. I'll post it, make it a priority to post it on my channel as soon as possible. And thank you all for watching. As I always say, more content to come.